Greetings truckers, how are we all doing? The Grumpy Gaming Dad here, bringing you the first in a series of story mode videos based on the excellent Mexico Extremo maps. What we're doing here is taking this load of lumber down from the mill at Guadalupe y Calvo and delivering it to a small village at the tourist area of Canelles, which is currently undergoing a big restoration and desperately needs these supplies. This trip in total is around 880 miles, and this triple trailer we have hooked up here isn't exactly strictly suitable or indeed legal. However, the owner has a bit of an agreement going not to be bothered by the law as long as we keep a low profile. To that end, we're only going to be travelling in daylight, and I intend to cover up to a couple of 100 miles per day depending on the terrain. We are using this lovely old Freightliner FLB for the job, and we're just completing our walk around now and inspecting the load, and we'll head off for the first leg of the journey today. I'm planning to get out of the valley and past the town and up to rest at a fuel stop about 120 miles east of here. So let's go crack on and enjoy the scenery. Alrighty then, so no time to waste, let's get cracking. We are parked on a bit of a slope there, some of the weight is hanging downhill, so it's going to be a low ratio start. There we go. And I've made sure to start off with the diff lock on. It was fairly slippery coming up to the pickup point here on the way in without the trailers on the back, so diff lock's on already. Need to remember to turn that off once we hit the tarmac. We've got a fairly short hop to start with, but it's a slow drive. It's across these dusty roads, through the hills. We've got ourselves a bit of a water feature to get through as well. Now how's the engine brake going to do? Not too badly. I've noticed if you don't have the diff lock on, even with the engine brake in the lowest setting, it'll lock the back wheels up. It just can't cope with the torque of the engine brake, and the back end will lock and start sliding, so need to be a little bit careful about that on dusty stuff. In fact there, same thing, we had a very sudden drop in revs. So it locked the back wheels up and the engine slowed things down beyond the available grip, and here we are driving through the waterfalls and the mist. That is lovely. This map is just, yeah, it's fantastic. It's by far one of the best fan-made maps in the game. I really do think at the moment this whole Viva Mexico Extreme, and Mexi map, for me the impact this has had on American Truck Sim is the same as Pro Mods had when they brought out for ETS2. You know, it's that much of a game changer. It's not perfect. I mean, the mapping is absolutely glorious. Jobs, there's a bit of an issue with the jobs. Quite often you don't get enough time to complete them because the roads are so tough to traverse. And talking of tough traversing, we've got the water splash coming up. Let's slow it down a little bit here. This is quite a deep river crossing. I didn't think the truck was going to make it on the way over, but it did. Luckily the air intake's kind of high on this Freightliner, but we're definitely going to have to pick ourselves a gear before we go across. I think low-high will do it. And we're very carefully edge our way across this thing. Got to keep moving. Don't want to be changing gears, that would be a disaster. Pray the truck doesn't get flooded. Alright, the truck's just about exiting the water when the last trailer's starting its entry. That's how long this thing is. Oh, come on. Okay, trailer one's out. Trailer 2's made it. And trailer 3, brilliant. Right, there we are, free of the water. Let's make sure that diff lock gets turned back off, because we don't want to damage any of the truck. And let's start thinking about getting our way through town. Do kind of feel sorry for the people living here. Must be a lot of truck traffic going through here. I'm sure they're used to this though. Well, probably not used to a triple coming through. And we're not massively loaded, you know, 25 tonnes, £50,000. It's reasonable, but not excessive. And we've got ourselves a bit of an issue with the traffic here. It's a small town, and it appears someone has gone and blocked the centre. We might have to do a little bit of a sneaky. Oh, come on. Truck doesn't want to pull. There we go. We can persuade it. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this a 2-lane junction and hope we don't clip anything with the trailers. Oh, hello. It's the feds. That's the police. And then in front of that, what have we got there? Ah, that's the Mexican feds. Look at that. Policia Federal. Let's not scrape their car, eh? So that's one of the mods that runs in tandem with the map. You don't have to run this, but there is a federal police add-on if you wish, if you check out the website. Right, I think we just about cleared that. Look at that. People being silly. So we're running the 3 maps: Viva Mexico, Mexico Extreme, Mexiscan. We're running the Federal Police mod, and we're also, wow, that is really backed up in town, isn't it? We're also running the Jazzy Cat Mexico traffic, which makes a nice little atmospheric change to the map as well. probably sneak third. Yep. Oh, yes, no, yes. Come on, Caterpillar, you can do it. And someone is trying to overtake on a solid line on a blind corner. GG. So these triples not common to the area. Not common, they're not allowed. But you know this is a priority job for someone a little bit important, so some of the rules have been relaxed. Possibly with the slightly backhanded exchange of some cash. But that's not our problem. Our problem's getting all this lumber to its destination so they can start with this construction project. We don't do politics, we do driving. Climb our way up out of this valley. Oh, foot to the floor. Come on, girl. That's a daft place to have a crash. Really do get the sensation of climbing. Quite often on ATS and ETS2 you don't get the sensation of the changing gradient until you notice the truck starting to struggle or the revs rising or whatever way around it happens to be. But here though, you're in no doubt you're climbing a big old hill. Imagine maybe bringing one of the, was it 30 or 40 odd ton pieces of forestry equipment out of there. That would be quite a climb. Risk another gear. Oh yes, quite happily. So going from 4 high to 5 low, our next gear change is, yeah, a slightly trickier proposition. Involves a bit more planning. It needs both splitters operating and a physical gear change as well. Going from 4 low to 4 high, not a problem. Just a flick of a switch and lift the foot off the throttle and it will go. 4 high to 5 low does involve some work, but there's a junction coming, so I don't remember a junction. Oh well. Is there something going on now? Hello, we had an accident. Oh yeah, we've... Oh, that's a big one. There's a car split in half. Wowza. That was careless. Damn. Nice bit of relatively flat tarmac. Oh, coming into some dangerous curves. So that's the lowest of 3 settings on the Jake brake. Oh, road's narrowing as well now. Perfect. So we're limiting... Oh, that really is... Okay. Let's get through that a bit hasty. Oh my goodness, there's a massive trailer on its side. Wow. Someone's had a bad day. Yes, we're limiting the amount we're driving each day because this triple is not strictly legal. We're going to do maybe 8 hours or thereabouts daylight driving each leg. We'll get ourselves out of the way, off the road for night. We've been given just under a week to get this load down. Someone's gone in for a massively dangerous overtake. Use up all the road there, I think. Luckily there's nothing coming. That was a hell of a change in road surface. Okay. Come on, pick a gear. There you go. Please don't hit the truck. Please don't hit the truck. You could have waited for us around the bend, couldn't you? I think we're going to make it. Oh, no we're not. And now there's a big rig doing the same thing. Thank you very much. Exactly what am I supposed to do here? I can't reverse a triple. Or not successfully anyway. I'm going to wipe up your nose as well by the look of it. Yep. Okay, that's the way it's going to be. Let's not expect any help from the local drivers. The radius of the turn on that bridge was a little bit too tight for us. We're coping pretty well with everything else. The triples aren't massively long, individually at least, so that they do follow themselves in line quite well. Police car on a dangerous overtake. So I think we shall have to maybe plan ahead a bit more in some of these corners. This Freightliner FLB is a lovely truck. I have done a review on this, currently on YouTube. The link for that is also in the video description. It's nice to drive a cab over every now and then. Really, what's with these overtakes? Yeah, it's a great truck to drive this. A few chassis options, a few fuel tank options, plenty of accessory points, although limited number of accessory items. Good fun to drive. Turbo whistle can be maybe a tad annoying, depending on which engine and transmission option you go for. Fourth. Nearly messed up my gear change then, or did mess it up. Just managed to recover. If we'd have ground to a halt on this hill, that would have been nasty. I picked 8th instead of 4th. Really do not want to lose momentum going up these hills. fairly tight radius. Let's slow it down and make sure we keep as wide as possible. Watching for that rear trailer crossing the yellow line in the mirror there. I think the wheel is just about on the line now. Okay, got away with that. And I think we're coming up to our first rest point. Been on the road for what did we do? Start at 9, that's 8 hours, yep. We're not far from our first rest point. We're going to pull up alongside this fuel station up here. And we'll call it a day until the next episode. Right, anywhere safe to park? It's not a huge station, is it? Is that a truck parked over there? It is, but not in the best position. I think we shall have to leave it on the verge here. And bypass the speed bump as a result. Nice. So Mexico, they love their speed bumps, their sleeping policemen. Boy, do they love them. Huge, monstrous, gigantic speed bumps everywhere across the map. Not particularly fond of that method of traffic control. They are. Personally, I can't stand them, and boy do they make the truck bounce. There we go. That's it. Day 1, Freightliner FLB, 25 tonnes of lumber on a triple trailer, £50,000 worth. And that's, yeah, that's it. 8 hours of driving. We are going to call a halt there. How far did we get? We got from the sawmill there all the way down through the water splash, through town and around, and we've made it up to that rest stop and fuel here. Tomorrow we are going to push on to Parral. We've got some twisties to deal with, but it's on tarmac, so it should be a bit quicker. That's probably another 8 hours worth to deal with there up to Parral. So that's it for now. Thank you very much if you got this far for watching. This is YouTube, you know what to do. Leave a thumbs up, leave a thumbs down, please leave a comment, hit subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff. So thanks again. Take it easy, everybody. Happy trucking, and until the next time, take it easy.